Hello everyone, my name is Amy with Eating Healthy, Spending Less, and today we're going to be talking about some easy, budget-friendly food swaps that you can make to help save money on your grocery budget. So I have come up with 13 tips to give you today to help you save money on your grocery budget. These food swaps are suggestions. And I just want to put a little disclaimer out there to say, I know that sometimes there's going to be sales in different grocery stores where the prices of these items are low enough where you want to buy them and stock up on them and have them on hand. But this is a general list, a general suggestion. Take it for what it's worth. These are things that I personally do or did, and I'll get to that in a moment because you all know that I am now on a plant-based diet. And if you want to know more about that, leave me a comment below because I can explain all of that to you in another video. So let's get started. Okay, the first one is, instead of purchasing specialty crackers, I will clarify that in a moment, stick with purchasing oyster crackers or pretzels, but we're going to focus on oyster crackers. Now, if you don't know what an oyster cracker is, this might take you back to your childhood when your mom would open a can of Campbell's tomato soup or chicken and rice soup, and then she would top it with a sprinkling of oyster crackers. Saltine crackers is the mother, I believe, of the oyster cracker. If I'm incorrect, you can correct me below. But anyways, as parents, we tend to focus on a goldfish cracker, the Annie's cheddar crackers, Wheat Thins, Ritz crackers. There's tons of crackers that we tend to focus on, and they are pricey. They are going to be more expensive than purchasing a bag of oyster crackers. Oyster crackers come in a much larger bag that per ounce you are getting much more for your money. They have a saltiness on the outside. My kids love these. We put them in their lunches. Oyster crackers is what we stick with. And I want to also add to that pretzels. Number 2, instead of purchasing fresh berries, purchase frozen berries. Ounce per ounce, you are going to get a better deal from purchasing frozen. And I love frozen because you are still getting it at the peak of its freshness, so it still has all of the fantastic antioxidants and vitamins and minerals that you want when you are eating berries. Now, I will say, in the off season of berry season, frozen is always going to be your best option for price of berries. However, when berries are in season, that would be the only time this tip wouldn't technically apply, then it's a great time to stock up on fresh berries and freeze them yourself. So next month, it will be May, and at the end of May, we will be starting raspberry, blackberry, boysenberry, blueberry season here in California, and there is a fruit trail up north in Fresno. So we have already made plans as a family that we will be driving up to Fresno to the fruit trail to purchase a copious amount of fresh berries to freeze ourselves. This is also what we do with peaches, but that's getting off topic, so let's stay on topic. Number 3, instead of purchasing frozen pizzas, make pizza toast instead. So we love doing this. So instead of pulling out a frozen pizza to make for dinner for an easy Friday night, I'll pull out the leftover sandwich bread and then make my easy pizza sauce recipes on my website. I'll leave it for you below in the description box, a link. Put that on the toast, sprinkle some cheese, vegan or dairy cheese, maybe add some olives, whatever toppings I might have in the house. Pop those under the broiler and you have pizza toast. This is also great to use up some English muffins. Those often will go on sale, and even bagels. We love homemade pizzas on bagels. And you might be thinking, yeah, but I can purchase a pizza for $3 at Walmart. Okay, well, that's not gonna get you very far. But when you buy cheese to shred or you buy a can of sauce or whatever, you can make so much more for your money than purchasing that one $3 frozen pizza. And typically, you don't get full off of that. Number 4, instead of buying high-priced, good quality eggs at the grocery store, find somebody in your local area who raises chickens and sells eggs for a much cheaper price. So I actually used to raise chickens. We would buy chicks from the feed store and raise them, and I loved having fresh eggs at home. Prior to me having my own chickens, what I did is I got on Craigslist. That was when Craigslist was acceptable. I think Facebook is probably a great area to look from, but find people that sell eggs locally that are a much cheaper option. I know these health food stores can sell eggs for $10 to $12 a dozen easily, and they claim that they're free range, that they're grass fed, and they, such healthy eggs, but you can find that locally. And so search that out. If this is something that is not an option in your area, then I would recommend purchasing eggs from Costco. Costco has a great selection of good quality eggs. And so if you cannot find good quality eggs in your area, that's what I would do. Well, I might step on some toes with this one, but here we go. Number 5 is instead of purchasing chips, purchase corn kernels instead. Popcorn yourself, season it yourself, and enjoy a healthier snack. I will say that we purchase our corn kernels from Azure Standard. Right now we have the rainbow variety that includes the white, yellow, red, and blue corn kernels. My kids love it. And then it's always fun to get creative with the toppings. I know that you can purchase different topping shakers, but oftentimes what we will do is add Parmesan cheese with Italian seasoning and pepper flakes, red pepper flakes. Another great one is just cinnamon, sugar, or honey. We also my kids like ranch seasoning on theirs. Save buying chips for special occasions so that you don't feel tempted to buy them every week, because it actually does add up, especially if you're spending $3 a bag on chips. And we all know that when you open the bag of chips, the chips are only about halfway or less in the bag and the rest is filled with air. Number 6, instead of purchasing Italian sausage, add lentils to the recipe instead. And you might be thinking, Amy, no, I am not plant-based. I love Italian sausage. I want you to give it a try. Maybe use this as your Meatless Monday method. So we have a recipe on our website called, it's a meatless zuppa toscana. It is so good. My meat-eating family loves this recipe. Like my extended family loves this recipe. Now this isn't Italian sausage, but this last weekend I made the lentil shepherd's pie that you saw a picture of in my last video, and I took that to a family function filled with meat eaters. They all loved it. Like seriously, I was getting the comments like, I didn't really want to try it, and they loved it. So don't bash on lentils. Lentils are amazing. And what is it that you love about Italian sausage? It's the fennel seasoning, the Italian seasoning, and maybe some heat from red pepper flakes, which you can do just by using in a recipe. Even when making a spaghetti sauce, you can add so much flavor without Italian sausage. We're gonna get to that in a minute. This is a fun one. Instead of buying popsicles during the summer months, make your own. Oh my goodness, people can spend so much money just on popsicles during the hot summer months. So what we do is we purchase some silicone popsicle molds off of Amazon, and I fill those with either an apple juice, an orange juice with carrot juice, or I make a smoothie like a chocolate, peanut butter, banana, and almond milk smoothie, and I'll pour that into the mold and freeze it, and it's like a fudge pop. It's so easy to make your own popsicles. And at Aldi, they sell apple juice for $1.50 a bottle. And oftentimes you can even get juice on sale for 99 cents. So look for those sales, make your own popsicles. It's going to save you so much money. Number 8, instead of buying a breakfast bar at the store, make your own. My husband loves breakfast bars. He loves Cliff brand breakfast bars. And you can get 6 bars, I believe, and I believe it's $5 or $6. So it's about $1 a bar a piece. So I experimented at home. I bought a silicone mold that mimicked the same shape and size as the Cliff bar or a Quaker Oat bar. And so I experimented and priced out how much I could make at home for a less cost, because we were going through at least 1 box a week. That was about $25 a month. How could I save, some of that cash? And so I mixed together 4 ingredients and made a delicious oatmeal Cliff bar that my husband loves. And they are wonderful. The recipe is on my website. I will leave it down below. I have tweaked the recipe. There's a pumpkin version. And then in my Ultimate Kitchen Guide, there is a trail mix version that is so delicious. So definitely check out those recipes. It's going to save you money. And then you don't have to buy those expensive breakfast bars every week. Number 9, instead of purchasing fruit cups for like school lunches, buy frozen fruit and put them in a container yourself. So let me explain. Oftentimes as parents, we will buy our children fruit cups for their lunches for school. But instead, it can actually be cheaper to purchase a bag of frozen mango or frozen pineapple. Just look to see what is the cheapest option. Don't get one with frozen bananas because that would just be gross. But these are great options for putting in a little container. From Dollar Tree, you get 2 for $1. They are the perfect size container. I'll just put some frozen fruit in it the morning of, before the kids leave for school, and then by lunchtime they are thawed, and my kids love this. It is one of their favorite treats, and it's so much better for them than a fruit cup. Now, another option would also be to make a Jell-O salad instead of buying the fruit cups, because Jell-O is very inexpensive and it goes a long way. Number 10, instead of buying jarred pasta sauce, make your own. So that recipe that I was talking to you about for the pizza toast is the same recipe that I actually use for our pasta. So I love taking 2 cans of tomato sauce, mixing it together, and sometimes if I need to bulk that up, I'll add a can of diced tomatoes. And then I will take my mortar and pestle and add some fennel seeds, oregano, basil, rosemary, dried of course, and I will grind those up together and make a delicious Italian seasoning. Those herbs that are dried, when you crush them in your mortar and pestle, it is amazing the flavor that you get. And it's so much different than just adding the seasonings directly to the pot, where you might get like a fennel seed in your tooth and it's just not enjoyable to eat. This is a fantastic way to enhance the flavor using ingredients that you would already be using. And it just makes a delicious sauce. So definitely check out that recipe below, because the homemade version is going to be so much cheaper than a good quality spaghetti sauce that you can find at the store. Number 11, instead of buying canned beans, cook your own dried beans. Wouldn't you agree? So 1 can of beans can typically cost you between 50 cents and $1, but I can buy 1 pound of dried pinto beans and get about 4 cups of beans once they are cooked. I'm getting so much more for my money. It's a fantastic way to really save on your grocery budget by staying away from canned beans and just cooking them yourself. Number 12, instead of buying bagged lettuce, purchase the whole romaine lettuce or whatever lettuce you want and wash it and cut it up yourself. You are going to save so much money. So typically a container, like a little container of lettuce that's already been pre-washed, is generally $3. I mean, if you want to buy iceberg, you can get it for like $1 to $1.50, but we're talking about a better quality lettuce than iceberg lettuce. I can get a whole head of organic romaine lettuce for $1.99 generally. I get so much lettuce from that. Even at Costco, they sell that big pack of baby romaine lettuce for like $3.50. You get so much lettuce from just washing it yourself, chopping it up yourself. So stay away from bagged lettuce if you're trying to save money on that grocery bill. My sourdough bread just came out of the oven. That would be another tip, but you know, if you've watched my channel for long, you know I'm a huge sourdough lover. So anyways, let's get back to business. Last but not least, number 13, instead of buying expensive granola, make your own. So I was shocked to see how much store-bought granola is. And when you look at the back of the package, there's so many ingredients and it's just not necessary. Homemade granola can cost you probably 50 cents to $1 to make. It's so easy. I like to use just 4 ingredients. It's a super simple granola. There's no other like big expensive ingredients added. It's just oats that are flavored and baked, and they are so good. So definitely look into my recipe for simple granola. It is going to save you so much money and you can still enjoy it on your yogurt parfaits. As a quick bonus, I wanted to also mention, instead of purchasing instant rice, purchase plain brown rice and cook it yourself. It will save you a ton of money. I hope that you enjoyed this video. My goal is to inspire you to save money on your grocery bill, and these 13 food swaps are perfect for helping you save money on your grocery budget. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I love making YouTube videos all about handcrafted recipes using fresh ingredients in everyday living. And don't forget, this girl is on a budget. I will see you all in my next video, friends. Bye-bye.